Hi everybody, Ukulele here, and one of my favorite tips of practicing effectively is to bring your uk anywhere, everywhere you go, bring your uke, even if you're on top of a mountain in Arizona. Or even if you're at line at Whole Foods, or even if you're just somewhere in your car, have a uke with you, bring your uke everywhere you go. You never know if Stevie Wonder is gonna show up, and then you gotta have a jam session. Hopefully you will find the time to practice, even waiting in line for ice cream or on top of a mountain where you're traveling. Bring your uke, snap a picture, and get practicing. Tip number 2, always have something that you've committed to memory so that when you find yourself lost in the woods, you can still practice your ukulele. Tip number 3, come up with a practice routine, even if it's something as simple as play your easiest song, play your hardest song, and then play a medium easy song. Come up with something that you can do every time you pick up your ukulele so that you can have a little bit of structure to your practice sessions. Tip number 4, practice your scales so that you can get in touch with your inner ukulele, so that you have something to practice when you're out here in the wilderness, and so that you can really learn how to rock. And tip number 5 to practicing effectively, just make sure to leave room to just play and make stuff up. Put your fingers anywhere, just press. See what your ukulele sounds like when you play. Put your fingers to the strings and find your favorite chords or chords that you're learning. Put them in a different order. Make up a song. Figure out something to do that's different from the songs you're already learning so that you can advance yourself on the ukulele and enjoy it. Yukon. Hey everybody, hope you enjoyed the little uke tour right there. So I'm gonna finish this video here with a little breakdown of a possible uke routine that you can use to organize your practicing. So what I like to do when I do a practice routine, and you can think of this in terms of maybe 30 minutes or 60 minutes, however you want to break it down. It's always going to start with just simple exercises. I always start everybody off on the 0, 1, 2, 3 exercise, or doing some scales, something to get your fingers warmed up and ready to go. So maybe 5 to 10 minutes of just exercises. If you have an exercise book like Ukulele Aerobics or Ukulele Meditations by Daniel Ward, something cool like that, you can look through those books and kind of make it part of your exercise. After you finish your exercises, then you can go on to your songs. And what I do recommend is to do maybe like an easy song, like something that's super easy that you've memorized, even something that's just like a warm-up song, you know, to make you feel good about playing the uke. Remember, the uke is supposed to be fun, even though practice can be challenging. So find something fun to kind of kick off the actual kind of like playing. And if you sing, you can play and sing one of your favorite songs that you've learned. Do that easy song first to kind of jumpstart the rest of the practice session. Then immediately after that, go to like your hardest song. So something that's like a project. And I recommend for especially intermediate players to have a goal song, something in mind to kind of work towards, almost like building a house. Like, you know, you're not gonna finish the song in one day. It's gonna take weeks, months, years, maybe, and kind of hack away at one of your hardest pieces. So that's kind of what comes next in kind of the song repertoire part. And then after that, maybe some medium songs, depending on how much time you've allotted for your practice. Spend a good bulk here. You know, if you're doing a 30-minute session, it could be 10 to 15 minutes of songs. If you're doing a half hour, or 60 minutes, if you're doing 60 minutes, you could do 15 to 20 minutes of songs. Even going up to 30 minutes of just your song repertoire, running through familiar songs that you still need to work on, and working on you know, kind of those medium songs that are still works in progress. Then after you do that, I suggest to kind of cool down or kind of finish your the rest of your routine. You're gonna do something that's like free play or improv. As I said in the video, you know, free play is just so important for getting in touch with your ukulele, just playing notes, just making nice sounds with your uke. Free play and soloing and improv, that stuff really brings out those techniques and those skills in your ukulele. So once you start learning scales, you do the major, you do the Mixolydian scale. That's what I like to use to do my solos, C major and G Mixolydian. You learn your blues scale, you learn your pentatonic scale. Learn those scales so that you can play a track, play a backing track, and play along with it, with that scale. So then you're going to be doing, you know, a little bit of soloing, a little improv. Maybe if you want to run through chords and do like your chords in a random manner, maybe create some songs with your chords, you could do that as well. And that's kind of the latter half or latter third of your practice session. So if you're looking at 60 minutes, you know, maybe 10, 15 minutes of just free play. Sometimes what I like to do is get out a playlist and I'll run my Spotify on shuffle and I'll just listen to the song and I'll say, oh, can I come up with something on my uke that fits with that song? Can I find the notes that are in the song? And the more you do this, the more you'll get in tune with your ears. You'll start to hear better. You'll start to be able to kind of pick out melodies on your own. And it's really vital overall, when you're practicing, you want to master the instrument. A lot of people say that the ukulele allows you to make music, but I always say that rather than being a vehicle, it's actually an obstacle to making music. And it's an obstacle that must be overcome through practice, through diligent daily practice. However you could get it, minutes a day will go a really, really long way. So if you keep practicing every day, you will get better at the ukulele. So happy practicing, everybody. Thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you next time. Yukon.